Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? It is Monday, not Sunday, but Sunday was a day for me, a day that I had to take off. I was being guided to rest and I was being guided to do something for myself, which I have not done a lot of in the last little while, other than walk around nature and stuff, which is something I do love. I do love it. So I decided that Monday morning is going to be my day to do my readings, and I feel like I'm going to continue this pattern, that I'm actually going to switch the readings now and do them at 10 o'clock every Monday morning. And we will get together, we'll talk about what our week has got, set out for us. And I think I'm going to do it a little bit differently today. So normally what I do is I only pick 3 cards, and it kind of like gives us the past, present, and future of what our week's kind of set out for. And today I was getting ready to flip out the deck and 6 cards spilled right out. So that obviously shows me the 6 days of this week, and I'm going to pull one more card just to see how our week is going to end. And it's kind of funny because the first card that I got was rejuvenation. Taking that time out for ourselves to do things to fill our cup. Rejuvenation is, yes, taking time away from our work schedule, taking time away from setting our goals, taking time away from cleaning our house, taking time away from any of the shoulds that we feel we need to do in our lives, and just doing whatever we need to fill our cup. And yesterday I went to beautiful breath and hi Lana, how you doing today? I went to a breath and sound bath. Now, I love sound baths. Sound baths are something I truly believe in, and if you don't know what a sound bath is, I'm going to tell you. A sound bath is a healing modality where they will usually kind of lay you out and they play gongs and they play all these beautiful musical instruments. And what it does is it kind of helps to reverberate any kind of negative energy in the body. Now, if you've ever experienced a sound bath, please hit the likes. They're so awesome. Like, they're so much fun, and they do bring up things that you didn't know were there, but it's just a really awesome way, because sound for me has always been a way to really uplift my soul. Like I said in the I Love challenge the other day, that music has been something that I've always, like, I was that little baby that was like dancing around before she was walking. I was that little girl that was singing everywhere. I was that girl that still to this day, as soon as music comes on, I am just like, so it does help to lift energy out of the body. And and it's funny because they talk about how negative sound, when you feel those like sounds that really reverberate and they don't feel good in the body, it's because there's energy in the body that it's moving out that you're feeling discomfort with. So it's a pretty cool way of just breaking through some of your aha moments and really getting some of that lovely rejuvenation. And I learned something new with including the breath work with it. Oh my God, it took me on a whole nother level, but it did also kind of like, wipe me out a little bit. So I took the time to just rest, sit in a salt bath afterwards, and rejuvenate, and give myself that quality time that I needed for myself. So that's what we need to do. We really do need to kind of like listen to those intuitions, listen to those instincts, and just kind of go in at the right time and do the things that are right for us, right? And, the second card, which is going to be based for our Tuesday, is identity. I think that a lot of us, a lot of the times, kind of feel like we need to put the sparkle on even when we're not feeling it. You know what I mean? That we need to be in the spiritual place. We have to be nice. We have to be good. We have to put on a little bit of a facade when we're not feeling so good, or when we are feeling that negative emotion, hide it all the time. And this is just saying, come into your true identity, really own what your emotions are and own what is happening in that moment, but just don't hold on to it. I truly believe myself that when we go into a scarce and emotional place that is, or something is happening in our life that is kind of throwing us out of our comfort, that we still feel like we need to be happy and like shiny and glowy and like putting on that happy face all the time. And this is really just saying that, your identity is going to come through when you are true to being yourself. I truly believe that you can own those emotions, but still I believe that your positive vibration needs to be the overall thing. So I believe in, like, even in eating, I don't believe that eating a treat here and there is not a bad thing. I think the guilt that we carry around with it is what's horrible. But I truly believe that if we're doing 80% good for ourselves and 20%, we're still hiding in that great vibration, that we don't need to be killing ourselves or calling ourselves down or picking ourselves apart or, pulling that stuff that our outside world has told us this is the way it's got to be. No, we got to stop that. We got to stop that and truly just own our identity in those crazy moments. And, I know that's why I do a lot of those love challenges and the gratitude challenges and all that stuff, because I myself am going through hard times. I myself am having those scary goddamn moments, and everyone is having them right now. Like, they're there, they're real. But if we can stay in a positive vibration and only own like 20 to 30% of that negativity, we still keep in that positive vibration. We still allow positive things to keep coming towards us. It is when we start clasping on to that negative vibration, that we start really bringing it into our ownership, that all the negative things start happening again, right? So we really need to just own the fact that, yes, sometimes things happen. Sometimes life does not always work out exactly as planned. And sometimes it's because it's a good thing. Better things are in alignment for us, right? So, on Wednesday, we're supposed to just fill ourselves up with our own knowledge, with knowledge that we know is going to help shift this vibration if we are having that negative moments. Knowledge that we know is going to help bring up that level of awareness, bring up that manifest power, because you do get knowledge from outside, but you also get more of it from the inside. And I know that sometimes sitting in that silence, which is exactly what I did yesterday, for 3 hours sitting in silence, breathing, listening to the music, listening to what came up, it really did bring up a lot of emotions and awareness about stability and having that stability in my life, which also stems back to childhood neglect of being abandoned. So, it's funny how it all kind of comes full circle, and how it really does bring that awareness of acknowledging that you are doing the work, and acknowledging that you are taking the time for yourself by acknowledging the things that you have experienced, but also acknowledging that you can let it go. How beautiful is that? Right? Oh my God, such a wonderful gift. So knowledge is a great way of shifting the power, of shifting the way of looking at things, because the more we bring in the knowledge, the more we grow, the more we bring in our own awareness of what works and what doesn't, the more we come into our own identification. Does that make sense? And the more we come into our own identification, the more we can show compassion to the world, the more we can show our true selves. And guess what? That's the next card. The next card is all about sharing compassion and sharing your true self with the world. And when we do that, we are able to surround ourselves. Like, this is why she's having the tea party. She's surrounding herself with people that are truly passionate about the same things, that are truly passionate about having those gifts and sharing them the world. This is why I started my group. And I want everyone to know you can all talk to each other in my group. My group is full of some magical people. Let me tell you, magical people. I only surround myself with magical people. So guess what? You can talk, communicate between each other, communicate with the world. And this is how we bring up our knowledge base. This is how we show, more of ourselves, is by showing that compassion for everything that we are growing in our lives. Hi Mama, how you doing? So if this is really hitting home, please hit the hearts, hit the likes, hit the, share button, because, this message is really meant for everyone. If you are coming across this, it's meant for you, I'm telling you. So I honestly, truly believe that we're going to get some beautiful adventure and some new things that are going to come into our lives when we start doing all this. I truly believe that when we start taking time for this and start doing these actions, and this is why I do the love challenge, because it is challenging to wake up and say, I love you every morning. It's not always easy. And so it does kind of break people out of that bubble and kind of break them. And even if you're not sharing it to the world, if you're sharing it to yourself, that is the most important thing, and when we do that, it helps to open up a vortex of compassion and love and excitement and all these beautiful emotions that help to bring in these grand adventures and these grand opportunities. And just like the fairy godmother did for Cinderella, she came along and just poof, made the wishes come true, and everything came to be, and everything was perfect. And, we had to go through some of that identity crisis in order to get there. Does that make sense? It's like, it's sometimes in amongst all that tearing ourselves apart to find out who we really are, is when we really have that gift of like projecting out what we really want and what we are capable of, right? It's in that bottom level that we are able to see that, okay, I am this, I am capable of this, I've come through this, I can do this, and come through it. And it's that power that helps to bring those grand adventures into our lives, right? We have to step out of our shell. We have to step out of our four walls, which I can honestly say I'm horrible. I love my new house. I only go out and adventure in the world. So I do have to get out and like adventure out into human world, a little bit more. But that's kind of why I like doing this with you guys, because I do get to catch up and talk to you guys and just see what's going on in the world as well, right? So it does help to connect everyone. And I truly believe that when we bring up our vibrations together, the world heals in such an amazing way. And with that, all the destiny, all the things that we are putting out there are gonna come for us. Destiny has a funny way of doing things, of making you have to work through some pretty intense emotions sometimes, but it's doing it to pull you into a more grander and more beautiful space. You can see that the sun is shining, that the people are literally heading towards their grand adventure, heading towards that sunlight. You can see that it is their destiny to be able to shine, to be able to grow, to be able to put yourself out there in ways that would make you feel uncomfortable, so that you can push past that and see how wonderful you really are. This has been my mission, to kind of help women see how beautiful and wonderful and awesome you really are. This is what my divine purpose has been shown to me in the last year, really. It has been something that's kind of connected with me from day one, that I love helping women feel beautiful. And that's why I did hair for 20 years. It was helping them feel beautiful. And I know that I have a way of helping people sparkle in whatever environment I'm in. So this is something that I know I'm drawn to. This is something that I know people are drawn to me for. This is why I say, I only draw magical people. It's pretty magical, actually. I love it. But that being said, let's pick one more card and just see how our week is going to end. And I'm really grateful for all of you for sticking with me. Thank you, Luana. Thank you, Mom. Thank you for anyone who's going to watch this in the future in the replay. You guys are all amazing, and I am very grateful for all of you. So let's see what the last card has to say. Kindness is key, my loves. See? Kindness is key to see the beauty in any ugly matter. Kindness is the way to find. That's why I truly believe that love is the way. I truly believe that when we are kind to ourselves, when we are loving to other people, when we are open to the idea that, we don't always know what everyone's going through. We don't. So we got to be kind. We got to open our hearts up a little bit more and stop being so guarded. And I know that for me, this last week has been all about that. My heart chakra has expanded so much in the last week that it is like intense. And so, I truly believe that it's because of how I've been kinder to myself and kinder to the people around me that I am literally having all these people that are just beautiful fall into my life. And that's what I truly believe that we need to do more of. So I really hope that this message has hit the heart, and I hope that your heart chakra expands as well. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you so much for allowing me to shift this new movement and start going into this new series of our lives, because there's some big shifts coming up here, and I know I'm excited. I'm super excited. So I hope everyone loves this. I hope everyone has really taken something great from this. And if you really do need to reach out, by all means, reach out. I have beautiful programs in place that will help you expand your life and help to teach yourself these new programs and how to get rid of the old ones. So love you all. Have a great day.